Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the wonderful world of Fallout 4. It has been almost 10 years since this game released, and in that time it's seen DLCs, updates, the Creation Club, and hundreds of exploits and bugs fixed, making it a truly perfectly balanced game. Thanks, Todd. But with the release of a brand new TV show and a graphical update to the game, I felt that it would be a good idea to go back into the past and play the day one release build of Fallout 4. That's right, we are playing on version 1.1.30, the game that we all played upon release oh so many years ago. So let's begin with a brand new game of Fallout 4. But before we can begin, what is Fallout 4? This RPG takes place in a post-nuclear Boston, where the land is filled with deadly raiders, mutants, and Americans. Our character must loot, quest, and grind their way to a high level so that we can finish this game's main quest line, which is all about finding our missing son, Shaun. Along the way, we're meant to meet and introduce ourselves to a vast variety of factions. Each of them will have imposing ideas of how the new world should be run. I will instead be ignoring all of the morals raised by these groups and be joining the faction that leads me to the most overpowered weapon in the game. This is because I intend to finish the game as fast as possible, and fighting late game enemies with a basic pistol is about as effective as a Nerf gun. Anyway, let's make our hero. Ah yes, war never changes. The age-old American tale, where we get to learn that the wonderful main character is a descendant of true American dreams, living with his nuclear family after committing war crimes in Canada. Yes, trust me, that is now canon. But yes, we need to design a character today, so let's get to work creating the ultimate boy. Okay, right, I've gone for Jimmy Neutron after fighting in the resource wars of Canada, because my goodness, the boy is looking battered. Then it's time to make a beautiful wife. And there we have it, Jimmy Neutron and his beautiful wife. Yes, this is truly magical. Here is Codsworth. Hello, your coffee? Oh, disgusting. Doesn't he know we only drink tea? Anyway, today is a brilliant day because it's the end of the American civilization. And here it is. The lovely Voltec salesman has come to see us. Hello there, Voltec. Right, okay, this is our registration form. So we now need to make our character. So of course we're going to be Jimmy of the Neutron dynasty. And now we need to sync in our special stats. Now here we go. The nuclear war has begun. Let us go, my family. You grab the child. Yes, it's the end of the world. Lovely. Goodbye, Codsworth. Oh no, nukes have detonated in New York and Pennsylvania. Nothing of value has been lost. Am I right, fellow Americans? Right, quickly, let us go to the vault, for Jimmy Neutron intends to survive. All right, in we go. Let's get on the platform. Yay. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna be okay. Whoa, my goodness. I wouldn't have seen the nuke if they hadn't pointed at it. Right, down we go. That was great. Right, so we've arrived at our lovely vault. I can't wait to meet all of these new friends we're going to be making underground. Oh, thank you very much. Right, into the little suspicious decontamination chambers. Oh wow, look at my beautiful wife saying goodbye to me from across the way. Goodbye, beautiful wife.
2,000 years later.
And here we have it. My wife is about to be murdered by a man named after her cereal company. And of course, my wife is going to just somehow, okay, yeah, fight a man with a pistol. Unfortunately, nope. What a waste. Now we've made it out into the actual video game. Fantastic, where I can say hello to my wife. Unfortunately, my beautiful wife is dead, but luckily, even though we can't save her, we can still steal her wedding ring and later sell it for money. Anyway, onwards with the video game. Now, we are meant to escape the vault, but this can be done in several different ways. We could go around and fight a bunch of rad roaches. Ooh, spooky. Or we could remember that we're playing a release build of this game, which means that we are able to kind of break the world of physics. Mr. Cone is a very special aspect of Fallout 4 because like every object in this game, there's just physics going on, and you can use these physics as a gamer to achieve magical feats like escaping the bounds of reality, like here. Whee! And because of that, we no longer have to worry about running around, going to the overseer's office. Nope, all of that is boring. Instead, we can just work backwards and escape immediately. It's perfectly balanced. Ooh, a Pip-Boy, thank you. Right, well, with the overseer's gun now grabbed, it's time for me to leave into the wonderful world of the wasteland. Ah, fantastic. Anyway, over to the Red Rocket truck stop we go, as the wonderful Dogmeat is going to meet us. And this dog is basically responsible for 90% of all exploits in this game. Hello, dog friend. Greet the dog. What a great mission. Let's go, friend. Right, so with Dogmeat now secured, I think it's time we pull off a exploit/unintended game mechanic. We're going to fast travel back to Vault 111. So yes, into the vault we go, where somehow our dog was already here. Don't question it, the dog can defy the laws of physics and reality, as you're about to witness. You see, over here is the wonderful Cryolator, a ridiculously powerful early game weapon locked behind a master lock, which yes, we quite literally can't even use. However, if we ask the dog to do something important, we can say, hey, can you fetch something? And he's gonna do his best. Find some items. And dog will go, yes, I can find something. And over dog goes. And simply yoinks out of the cabinet the very overpowered Cryolator. I don't know how the dog is able to just phase it through reality, but here we are. Truly perfectly balanced. So there we go. We now have a weapon worthy of the wasteland. So bam, we've made our way back to Sanctuary, which is looking all lovely and jazzy. And Jimmy Neutron is ready to make the world remember his name. Now, whilst most players will leave the starting zone and face the challenges of the game, I am a sneaky British bugger, and that means I don't intend to play fair. So it's time to boost our stats and abilities and go even further beyond with the power of perfectly balanced gameplay features. So yes, now that we're back in Sanctuary, we are able to find the wonderful Your Special book. Here we are back in our wonderful house with all of our lovely, wonderful capitalist games. But most importantly, there is the Your Special book, which if you pick up and read will give you a lovely advantage. It will increase a special stat of your choice by 1 point, up to a maximum of 10. It's pretty useful, but being a one-use only item massively limits its potential. Luckily for us, we have the dog, which we can use to cheese the game. Right, time to do some duplication. So we've picked up the wonderful Your Special book. However, we've used it, so picking it up again won't give us any more advantages. However, we can do something pretty cheeky indeed. We can command Dogmeat to do something for us. We can say, hey, Dogmeat, go get the Your Special book. And as he bends down his head to pick it up, we ourselves will pick it up. Do I have 2 copies? Yes, I do. Fantastic. So yes, as Dogmeat starts bending down to pick up the Your Special book, if we pick it up at the same time, what we end up with is 2 Your Special books. Now, one of them is the original, which the game classes us as having already read, meaning we don't get any advantages from it. However, the other, which is going to be this one here, is unique, as we haven't technically encountered it before. It is a new item that has been summoned into the world via the magic of Dogmeat, and so by picking this up, we will be able to activate the special menu again. Okay, right, Dogmeat, we're gonna go again. Your job, very simple. Pick up the Your Special. In my inventory, I now have 3 Your Specials. We're going to repeat this process until I've maxed out all of my special attributes to 10, which is the highest the game will let me.
6.5 hours later.
Right, I am back and I stand atop a lovely pile of Your Special books which we have used to achieve perfection. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the brand new and improved Jimmy Neutron. Unfortunately, we cannot take them any higher, but by wearing certain types of apparel we can. Yes, who needs the Vault 111 jumpsuit when instead we can pop on these glasses and this swanky business suit, and our perception is 11, our charisma is 12, and we look like an absolute Rizlord. Jeez. Who cares about the fact that our wife's dead? We're ready to get back on the market after these hundreds of years. So with our charisma status now confirmed, I need to hit the rest of the world and try to find my son and finish the game in a way that I'm certain none of you will have ever seen before. So join me on this magical adventure that will make Todd Howard proud. You know what else would make him proud? Liking the video. Yes, do it now. You You don't want to upset our Lord and Savior. And we've discovered Concord. Majestic. What a lovely part of the world. We can investigate it. Of course, this is where we discover the Minutemen are doing a valiant stand against the Raiders of the Wasteland. Now, we can help out with this by charging at the Raiders with our cryolator. There we go. You're frozen to death. So are you. Oh, I've got to get a little bit closer on you guys. There we go. You're frozen. And so are you. Perfect. Is it a war crime? Probably, but I'm doing it anyway. Oh, and we've even got ourselves a level up. Fantastic. Oh, and a Minuteman outfit. Oh, we've got to take all of this. Right, sorry, clean business suit. You're being dropped so that we can grab this and a trilby hat. We are now a premium, upstanding member of society, looking ready to save lives for justice. Oh, and also I suppose we get to level up. Leveling up is a little bit interesting for us because, of course, we can't exactly sink any points into any of this. So instead, we're going to abuse the tried and tested method of Fallout by using sneak. We're going to sink our first point into sneaking because sneaking is very cool. And of course, it's horrifically broken in basically every Bethesda game, allowing you to achieve ungodly amounts of damage. And this game is, of course, no different. Right, well, bam, the combat is beginning and it's into the Museum of Freedom we go to be told American lies. Right, here comes... Oh, there's a raider. Get frozen. They're dead. And that's a level up. Sweet. Right, let's go this way through the raiding area. Oh, we've got some raiders. Oh, you've got a shotgun. You're dead. And, oh, you're dead too. Bonk. Okay, I've frozen this boy here. So we now just punch him. Oh, there we go. You get frozen and punched. Very effective. And here we go. We get to meet Preston Garvey. Sup, my dude? We saved you. Right, we are now in a glorious position where we can nab this lovely bit of power armor, which of course we shall do. Wabam, take this fusion core, and into it we go. Splendid. Now we can grab the minigun and defend our good lovely friend Preston Garvey, who 100% isn't one of the most annoying video game characters ever invented. Anyway, wabam, that's a minigun with a lot of ammunition, and oh look, it's a raider. And down on this level we've got raiders. But unfortunately for them, I have minigun, which is, yes, a fair bit more powerful. Now let's drop down and have a bit of fun. Bonk. Right, so we're going to move a little bit closer to our raider friends. There we go, they're dead. Oh, and then it's a Deathclaw. Ooh, very spicy. Now, of course, this is a premium fancy Deathclaw. Very spooky, and it even has a skull, which means it's extra dangerous. Unfortunately for it, we have a cryolator, so we can freeze it up a bit. Then we can yeet a Molotov cocktail at it, and then proceed to minigun it to pieces. Whoa, oh, he is angry, though. Oh, he's gonna, yep, give me a bonk and tell me that he was not happy with what I did. But that's okay, because he is now very much dead. Splendid. All right, now let me just run at this raider. All right, you're dead, and then you're last. Good job. We save the day. All right, so there we go. We've basically just been told to go to Diamond City because Mama Murphy is on some kind of drug-induced vision and she just knows that's where we're meant to go, and that's our goal. Goodbye, Preston. Enjoy adventuring through the wastelands. All right, let's go to Diamond City. If I remember correctly, there's a trader here. Now, we can get pretty cheesy with the way trade works in Fallout 4. We're going to buy basically all the 308 rounds that Trudy here has. And then what we're going to do is give her one of these back and then sell all of our rounds to her. This entertainingly leaves one 308 round remaining in our inventory. Very strange indeed. We can then proceed to sell this one floating 308 round over and over again. Every time we do, Trudy's inventory increases the amount of 308 rounds inside of it. But at this point, we now have ourselves infinite caps. And eventually we hit a point where not even the trader is able to trade, as they don't even have enough bottle caps. Luckily for us, we can just pull other items from her inventory that we're interested in, like say the .45 rounds. We can nab all of those, along with the 10mm rounds. So there we go. We're now about to accept the greatest trade deal in the history of trade deals. Thank you very much for all of your nonsense. Perfectly balanced indeed. Onwards to Diamond City we go. Ah, fantastic. So we've made our way to Diamond City. A lovely spot indeed, especially for some good old-fashioned shenanigans. Right, now let me grab myself a gun. A very fancy gun indeed. trade. Right, let's trade. Okay, so I think I want to grab the Old Faithful gun because this is going to be very useful for stealthing. So yes, we're going to need to grab Old Faithful and then get ammunition cheesing again. But here we go. We now have the Old Faithful, which will deal 64 damage to any target, provided it's at full health and we are stealthing, which should be easy. Why is there a woman standing on Sheffield's head? Oh my goodness, what the heck? Oh, this game. All right, now my next line of questing is going to be slightly strange. We're going to head on over to Swan in his pond, as we're going to try and kill him and join the Institute. And he's basically sat on top of the Institute, so yeah, it has to happen. Right, I have made my way over to the Old North Church, which is where the railroad is located. Now, my goal is to join the railroad, because not only are they a faction that will allow me to technically finish the game, they're also going to give me a very, very broken weapon. I guess I am technically rather low level for this area of the game, but I don't care. That's fine. Right, here comes the legendary Ghoulie boy. So we're just going to cryolate his noggin. There we go, bit of cryolating. Now we can do a critical cryolate and he is dead. Lovely. Oh, there's a suppressed pistol. Oh, this is actually huge. Okay, there's a feral ghoul ahead of me. Luckily, I can use my suppressor. And the way the game calculates stealth damage is if you have a suppressed gun, every shot in VATS counts as a stealth attack. This allows us to do stupendous amounts of damage with a gun that is otherwise a relatively normal looking weapon. So there we go, feral ghoul roamer in front of us. One little burst and he takes several hundred damage, all from a simple little 10mm. Okay, you literally just need to spell out railroad. D, I solved the puzzle. I'm a hero. And now we get to step into here and get surprised by weaponry. Ta-da! Now that we're in the Institute, we need to speak to Deacon here, who's going to be our friend, and he's going to take us to something very jazzy. We've got a mission to go and meet Deacon out over near Lexington, somewhere over here. It's a bit of a trek away, but that's fine. Huzzah, it's Deacon. We've found him. Right, can you please open the bloody door? Oh my god. I'm gonna be stuck in this quest forever because the NPC physically can't walk around a dog to activate a computer. Oh, I'm so happy they improved the pathfinding, but this has got so many memories of release Fallout 4 flooding back to me, of just standing around waiting for NPCs to do literally anything. And here it is. This, from Tommy, is the greatest gun in the game, in my humble opinion. It's the Deliverer. It is a silenced 10mm pistol. It has an improved hits chance in VATS and takes 25% less action points to fire. Now what this means is that this bad boy, when fully upgraded, allows you to potentially get off around about 16 shots in VATS. It is absolutely ridiculous. So yes, now while stealthy, we're able to queue up several attacks. In fact, actually we can queue up a lot of attacks. You can see just how many we can queue up on that torso, which is pretty good indeed. Yeah, we should only need a couple of shots. So we're bam, and of course they count as sneak attacks because yes, that's perfectly fair. Alright, Mr. Symphy's coming into range now, so we can once again hit him with a couple of sneak attacks, and he's dead. Cheers. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've made it out into Lexington, where of course there are quite a few Symphs indeed, and quite a few turrets as well. Ultimately, not fun, but we are going to have to fight our way out. Luckily, we should be able to get a good amount of experience off of this, so I don't feel too bad. Right, let's get shooting. Couple of shots to the head, you're dead. Couple of shots to your head, you're dead. Let's blow you up. Job done. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I've made my way right over here to the map to the Sorgus Ironworks, where inside we will find an item that allows us to have infinite experience. However, we must get to the item. That doesn't mean we need to defeat all of the enemies, and consequently I'm going to use my masterful British stealth. That's right. Yes, using my stealthy skills, I'm going to make it very safely through the entirety of this factory without alerting any enemies. Some of you might say it's impossible, but it is not, for I am incredible. Oh, there's someone literally right there. It's okay. We're stealthing. We're stealthing. Stealthing? Oh, no longer stealthing! No longer stealthing! Right, Operation Sneaky Sneak is a bust. Instead, we're moving on to backup Operation Kill Them All. Right, so we have stealthed our way through this entire environment and made our way over to the Sorgus Blast Furnace, where inside there's going to be a little bit of a conversation happening. Right, so time to activate and kill the raiders. There we go, good damage indeed. So now all we have to worry about is the big bad boss. And wabam, Slag has been defeated. Splendid, we save the day. We can even free the prisoner. But the main reason we're here is not to fight all of these bandits. No, it is this magazine right here on the floor, Picket Fences. A simple being that now allows us to build new statues at the settlement's workshop. Right, so the next exploit we're going to pull off is very cheesy indeed. We're going to generate infinite experience using the absolutely wonderful and gloriously perfectly balanced decorations. Now, the particular decoration we're going to be making are statues. These statues here simply cost 10 copper, and each time I build one, I get a little bit of experience. However, as you can see in the top right, I have only 150 copper. So what I've done is I've traveled to the Diamond City Market, spoken to Artorio, the weapons vendor, and purchased shipments of copper from him. And with these shipments of copper, we're able to do something quite wonderful. You see, if we go to transfer into our workshop and move over so that only the shipment of copper is visible in my junk and there is nothing else in my workshop because I've emptied it, we are able to do something very silly. We can duplicate the shipment of copper by quite simply storing and taking the shipment at the same time. We do this by pressing E and R in quick succession. And there you go, we now have 150 copper in the workshop and 6 shipments of copper still in my inventories. Now, a fast way of doing this is to potentially press T to store all junk and R at the same time. This allows us to get a little bit cheesy and create copper in our inventory as well as the workshop's inventory. There we go, so we now have 300 copper here, 150 copper here, 600 copper total, very nice. Alright, and after a fair amount of work, we now have 5,250 copper in our inventory, which means I'm finally able to start the construction of something glorious. What are you doing, Mama Murphy? So yes, now that we have all of this copper, we're going to construct a very large amount of statues. Each time we build one of these statues, we get 29 experience, which is pretty darn good. So we're just going to run around and place down as many of these as possible. Right, we're now up to level 15, and all I've had to do is literally smash the E key a few times, which is pretty easy work in my opinion. There we go, fantastic. I'll just turn back around, place down more statues, and there we go, level 16, wonderful. And eventually we hit a problem. We have constructed all of the statues, no more can now be built. Luckily for us, we are now in a situation where we can build and destroy the same statue over and over again. So now all we have to do is hit E and R over and over again, and in doing so we just simply place down and rebuild the same statue. Each time we do this, we do lose a small amount of copper, but remember, I duplicated this copper so I can go forever. So yes, over on the left side of the screen, you'll see more and more experience being added on over and over again. So yes, I'm level 18, I'm gonna go straight back to power leveling, and I'll see you once I'm done. Many hours have passed. My fingers, they bleed, but they bleed from the sweet success of victory, as I am now a comfortable level 76. Yes, it's a great level because I've been able to sink in a bunch of perks and upgrades. These perks and upgrades are now going to allow me to do something pretty jazzy indeed. We are going to improve the deliverer. No longer will it have a standard receiver, no, it will have an advanced receiver, raising its base damage from 57 all the way up to 98. Also, with this improved rate of fire, we're able to put in more shots on VATS, which is very cheesy indeed. With that complete, we're then going to add an extended barrel, and now the gun should be pretty much darn perfect. So yes, now my humble little pistol is incredibly more powerful than ever before, mostly because of VATS. This is Mama Murphy in front of us. As you can see right here, we have 13 shots queued up onto Mama Murphy's head alone. That's pretty good indeed. Now you're probably thinking, look, Spiff, 98 damage is good, but it's not the greatest in the universe. However, you've got to remember that there are more perks going on than just the gun's damage. For a start, Gunslinger doubles the amount of damage our non-automatic pistols do. Sneak makes it so that we're incredibly hard to detect, meaning all of our attacks should be from sneak. Mr. Sandman means that our silence weapons now do an extra 50% more sneak damage. Ninja here gives us a 3.5 times attack modifier when we're sneak attacking. Gung Fu allows us to guarantee critical hits onto our 4th target and beyond. And finally, Concentrated Fire allows us to get an extra 20% damage if we're hitting the same target over and over again. There's a few other modifiers, but that's pretty much the general gist. So now I just need to sneak my way up onto an enemy to demonstrate this power. There's a Radstag doe in front of us. We can just shoot them in the head. Bump. There we go. It's dead. Yes, look at that. A sneak attack for 5.3 times damage. That is ridiculous. Oh, we can see a super mutant off in the distance. I can literally just see his head, but we can do a little critical attack here and he is dead. So yes, around the corner we go. We can see a whole bunch of super mutants, some of which are slightly higher level, but yes, just 1 or 2 shots to the head should be enough to evaporate them. Lovely jubbly. But before I continue with the main quest, I realized it's time we pay our friend a little visit, and by friend I mean Swan, who sits inside of this lake. Swan is indeed quite a formidable enemy. Being level 50, having an absolute ton of resistances, yep, they're pretty good indeed. Unfortunately for Swan, I'm going to absolutely obliterate them. I've queued up all of my attacks in VATS, but honestly, I don't think many of them are needed. No, in fact, just one was necessary, and that's Swan dead. Yep, we absolutely cheesed that into being a complete doddle. So I've decided it's time we continue on with the main quest of the game. Now, luckily, I don't have to actually play the entirety of Fallout to beat Fallout. Now, you see, we're able to sequence break the game a little bit, and in order to do that, we need to go find and kill Kellogg, the man who stole our child at the start. Alright, all I need to do is make my way over here to Fort Hagen, where eventually we gain access to this area, and we have to go on this very complicated quest to go and find and kill Kellogg. Alternatively, we can just make this process a little bit easier for ourselves by finding an incredibly rare item in the game, the pipe pistol. Yes, you see, by having a pipe pistol, we are able to do something pretty magical here and just pipe pistol glitch our way inside of the doorway. Wow, there we go, and fantastic. So we're able to make our way just basically up over the ceiling and then just drop on down through, and this allows us to use this terminal here to open up the door. There we go, fantastic, splendid, and now I can get my pipe pistol back. Now, this puts us at the end of the dungeon where we have to fight Kellogg, basically. So yeah, all we have to do is deal with these simps that are walking around, but that's not really too challenging for me. So, bam, we finally made our way all the way over to Kellogg, and now he's standing his simps down and he wants to talk. I mean, of course, we can talk to Kellogg, but there's genuinely not much of a point. Instead, we can simply find Kellogg and shoot him in the head a bunch. So, bam, we just aim up a bunch of shots onto his head. Kellogg is level 114, which is pretty darn impressive, but that's not really going to be much for a problem when one critical headshot takes off almost his entire health pool. And there goes his entire noggin. There we go, your simp patrolly friend is dead. Oh, and it's just you. Goodbye. Lovely. We did it. Kellogg is dead. And then after we unlock this lovely terminal, we're going to discover that Shaun's alive. That's right, he's alive and in the Institute. There we go. Exit complete. We just make our way out via the lift we came in. So after speaking to Nick and saying that we have a piece of Kellogg's brain, we've been told we need to go over to Good Neighbor in order to hand over the piece of Kellogg's brain and go into what is, in my opinion, the single most boring segment of Fallout 4, the dream sequence. Yay, dream sequence, woo!
One eternity later.
Finally, with that discovered, we now need to go find Virgil. So now our next mission is to very simply go all the way to the glowing sea and find the wonderful Virgil. Luckily for us, this is a little bit easier as I picked myself up a hazmat suit so we can vibe in the glowing sea, even though I suppose it is filled with some very dangerous enemies. Is that a bloody vertibird? Do I want to bring down the vertibird? Oh, why not? This could be so funny. Logically, all I need to do is kill the captain, right? There we go, shoot the captain. There we go. So logically with the captain dead, it's just going to start falling, right? Yep. That's pretty funny. I like Fallout. What a great game. Edge of glowing sea discovered. Into glowing sea we go. There are definitely a fair share of beasties out here that we don't want to tangle with. As you can see, there is a Deathclaw over there. That's not fun. Okay, it's a Deathclaw matriarch. Luckily for us, it should still die. So all we need to do is land our stealth shots and bonk. Okay, it just explodes. Rip. Poor Deathclaw matriarch. Definitely quite a powerful enemy, however, not as powerful as me. Anyway, let's go meet Virgil in his cave. Right, so after speaking to Virgil, we're told we now need to go kill an Institute Courser. Luckily for us, the location of one is literally just here on the other side of the river. And even though they're meant to be relatively challenging, we of course have our lovely gun. And fantastic, we've made our way to Green Tech Genetics, where the lovely Courser is going to be hiding at the top of this tower. Right, fantastic, we found our Courser friend. So now what we can do is chug a bunch of nonsense drugs, slow down time, chug some Psycho, become the most drugged up being alive, and then we're going to hopefully just one hit this Courser. Yes, one critical shot to the noggin, and that's a lot of damage. Sorry, Z247, I don't think you're going to be making it out of here today. And that's it, he has exploded into human spaghetti. And with that, we have the Courser chip. Right, so with the chip in hand, we now just return to our friends in the Railroad HQ and have this wonderful chip be analyzed. So there we go, we've cracked the lovely Institute code, which is truly wonderful, which now means all we need to do is go speak to Virgil over in the lovely crater over here, and he's going to tell us how to build a glorious teleporter. Hello, Virgil. I got it. I got everything you wanted, Virgil. There we go, we've grabbed ourselves the lovely bit of technology that's going to allow us to build the teleporter. Right, so back to Sanctuary we go, where we're finally able to build ourselves the wonderful stabilized reflector platform. Yes, it's glorious. Control console, this is the last bad boy we need. Now it just all needs to be wired up. And there we go. I do believe we've added power to everything. And there we go. Fantastic. It's all lined up. It's all powered up. It's all ready to go. Now I just need to talk to Desdemona. We're about to learn about a closely guarded secret. Yes. Oh, and I'm also going to have a chat with Preston Garvey. Hey, Preston Garvey. He's really happy that we saved him that time ago, because I guess from him, this is the first time he's speaking to us. Oh, and he's got another favor to ask. What's your other favor? Oh, you've had a word from a settlement asking for help. Okay, you want me to go help a settlement? No, but I appreciate it, Preston. Now, in order to actually do this, we are going to need to pickpocket Sturgis and steal his Institute relay targeting sequence, which he just somehow spawned inside of his body. Right, so into the Institute we go, now that we've grabbed everything we need. So myself and all of my lovely molecules are about to get warped in. Oh. Take the holotape. I don't see one, but oh well. So wabam, into the Institute we go. Lovely. We've made it. The molecular level quest is complete. Okay, now that we're actually in the Institute, we can load the Institute relay targeting sequence that we just stole. There we go, fantastic. Now we can initiate a remote relay sequence. And there we go, we're now effectively yoinking someone out of the Commonwealth. And who could it be? The greatest hero of our time, perhaps. And wabam, here it comes. It's the hero, Preston Garvey, who we literally don't even know. We've had like 4 conversations with this man. Basically, Preston is under the idea that we're actually going to blow up the Institute with a bomb, which is, you know, pretty fun and entertaining. Yes, no turning back now. So he's given us a fusion pulse charge, which is going to allow us to blow up the nuclear reactor at the heart of this building to completely destroy them. So yeah, we're gonna go do something absolutely insane. Oh, and apparently we're not here to commit mass murder. Well, I can easily see that the evacuation order is optional. Why are you talking to Sturgis? Sturgis isn't even there. Well, that'll do. So down into the Institute we go. Well, bam, we've made our way to the Institute proper. Look at all of these lovely fancy places. All of these Institute scientists cowering. Oh my goodness, they just freed the gorillas. They just freed the gorillas. How could you free the gorillas? Are you mad? Now I've got to kill Harambe. Goddamn Institute scientists. There you go, dead gorilla now. It's like the last gorilla in the world and you just made me kill it. That was self-defense. Oh geez, there's a course courser in front of us. Unfortunately for them, I'm just going to drink a huge amount of drugs, and then I should be able to kill this courser in front of me pretty darn easily. They are invisible, so I guess the solution is just to set them on fire. I did also set the person behind them on fire, but that's just an unfortunate side effect, I guess. Oh, the courser's in front of me. Fantastic. I can finally kill them. All right, lovely. So we grab the deliverer, slow down time, drink a Nuka Quantum so that I get 100 AP, and then sink as many action points into hitting this man in the head as possible. There we go. Fantastic. Fancy Institute Courser? No. I am Jimmy Neutron Smasher, and you have just dropped your gun. That's quite embarrassing, actually. Jeez, do you want to get a new one? Okay, too late, my friend. You're dead. Simp-Seeker, you're going to be next. Wabam, you're dead. It's amazing what an individual like me, full of drugs, is able to do. Oh, jeez, we've done a great job of murdering these innocent civilians, haven't we? Right, into the heart of the Institute I go, as I need to override this computer lockdown doodah. Now in here we go. Oh look, it's Shaun, or fake Shaun, not real Shaun. Is there meant to be a reaction for me seeing you? Oh, you want to go with me? Oh, then come with me. Come on, Shaun, let's get out of here. Yep, I'm here to save you, Shaun. Now I don't actually have a way of getting you out of that room, so you're just gonna have to deal with that yourself. I'm here to, disable the lockdown. Father, oh wow, you do look like me. I'm gonna blow up the reactor. Yeah, let's blow it up. Ah, right, under what righteous pretense have I done it? I've decided, because I just wanna watch it burn. I came to gloat, you're dead. Do we engage the evacuation protocol? Ooh, I don't think we do. No, I don't think we do. Let us override the Institute lockdown. Splendid. Right, there we go. We've done it. Now I just need to go and blow up this reactor. And of course there's more simps wanting to stop me along the way. Oh, I could do Fat Man. Actually, we haven't fired a Fat Man yet. This is probably a decent idea. Oh, miss. Whoops. There we go. More of them are coming up the stairs towards me. Come on. Everyone group on up into the hallway. Lovely, lovely. And yeet. That one kind of missed. This one won't. Splendid. Lovely. Much more effective this way. Oh, and another one. And any last stragglers? Yep, looks like it. Splendid. Right, into advanced systems we go anyway, as we're going to have to make our way to the reactor. We can open up these lovely sliding doors. Hello. All of these simps need to die. Right, for all of this we go into the Institute reactor. Lovely. Oh, geez, these Institute scientists down here have guns. Wow, well that means I legally am allowed to shoot them. All right, well, into the reactor I go. Why are the Institute people saying we trusted you? You've literally never known me throughout my entire life. What a load of nonsense. There we go. Right, that's literally the final remaining legendary enemy of the game, which we just one-shot. This scientist can't even detect my presence, so I can just thump them on the back of the head. Right, job done. All right, down into the reactor we go. I'm going to want to pop on the hazmat suit for this. Yes, let's open the reactor door, whack on the lovely bomb. There we go. And now all I need to do is leave. Oh, geez. I think you might genuinely be the last Institute scientist. Can't have you live, because you'll tell people about what happened here. And, oh, hi, Shaun. Shaun, you left your cell. That's brilliant, Shaun. Right, let's get out of here, Shaun. You're right. Time for us to leave. A bit of father and son bonding activity, I suppose. Oh, my goodness. We did it, guys and gang. We got our way right to the top of the world. At this point, I'm meant to be able to blow up the Institute. I think the game is actually completely screwed. Yeah, this is it. This is genuinely the game. Oh, we've broken too many sequences. Okay, well, for the first time ever in Fallout 4 history, I really thought we were going to have a genuine footage of the game ending on my channel for once. However, the entire main quest line has completely bugged itself out, probably to do with the weird Shaun interaction we had earlier. So I was going to say, is it possible to beat Fallout 4 on the release build version of the game? The answer is no. The game is not going to let me. I went through the Kellogg dream sequence for the 57th time, and I don't even have anything to show for it. Todd, I hate you, but also, I love you. Unfortunately, that is genuinely it for today's video. This game has now become unplayable. There is nothing more I can do in the world of Fallout 4. However, I have absolutely loved playing the release version of this game. There are so many weird features and bugs and exploits that were patched over the years, and whilst Fallout 4 does still have quite a few exploits remaining, I'm sure that most of them are going to be getting patched in the upcoming remaster, which by the time this video comes out will probably be out. Anyway, if you want to see more Fallout Fallout 4 content, let me know, because I'm sure the new update has added some lovely things that just want to be broken. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Of course, thank you to all of you new people watching who have of course subscribed, which you must legally do right now, else Jimmy Neutron is coming for you, and you can't even detect him. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have a lovely day, my friends, and of course, goodbye for now.